Well, hello, my crafty friends. Welcome back to your girl, Brittany, with BB's Crafts. And welcome to part 2 of making our journal inserts. So if you had missed out on our part 1, I will have that linked for you somewhere, either on this video or down below in the description. So part 1, we worked on just making like basic pages for the traveler's notebook. And I was using this Echo Park book here. And so here are the pages so far in recap. So we worked on just doing like fun, simple shapes. As you can see, I didn't do anything else. But here is one. And because I'm using the 6x8 collection, I had to do a plain cardstock base to add my pattern papers on top of, just so that way I could fulfill the size of like the standard size matching like the notebook. But then I also have one where I took the actual sheet itself and folded it in half and did it like that as well. And then this is just kind of a scrap that's hanging out there. But anyways, so we are going to work on pocket pages today. And with the pocket pages is basically like how it sounds. It has a pocket, and you use the different types of like clear pages like this. And so this one I spoke about in my last video, where this is for like the Simple Story snapbooks, and this one in particular is a variety pack. So you get like a full 6x8, and then you have a split with 4x6, 3x4, and then we have a split where you get 2 3x4s and a 4x6. And these were made in accordingly to the snap books that Simple Stories has, which I also do have. Absolutely love doing those. And so here is a suggestion. Another one is, these are pretty much the same thing, but these were, I can't remember where I got these from. Honestly, yeah, I can't remember where I got these. I can't remember if this was a We Are Memory Keepers or what it was, but I know they look a little bent and weird right now because they were tucked back in my drawer, unfortunately. But these are like full pages, so there's no divider in between. So, but this is an idea of a pocket page. And then also we have like the pieces here, like the baseball trading card style, the ones that we use for pocket letters. We have this as well. I also pulled out one that I have scraps of. If you follow me on my Instagram, I showed, we know those like cute little candy bags that we have been making. I actually kind of started doing them and kind of addicted, not gonna lie, but I showed a easier and fun way of doing it, especially if you are trying to mass produce them by using the pocket letters here. But anyways, that's a whole nother story. But we'll probably utilize these as well. I know one of the big things is with the 6x8, it comes with 3x4 cut aparts, and I really wanted to be able to utilize those in my book in some sort of way, but I also want to make sure that it fits. So I'm going to, so here is the full 3x4, so it has the 4 pockets for a 3x4, and then here's the one where it has the 2 and then the 4x6. So I'm gonna see and look at these. And then we have this one here. This one I said I can't remember where I got it from. So obviously this one is bigger than a 6x8. This one is to fit in a 6x8. Of course, our book is smaller, but this one is a little bit shorter but wider. And then again, we have our pocket letter style. I know these are probably kind of hard to see, but we have this as well. So if we were to fold this kind of in half and compare it, not with the binding, it's just a little bit taller, and it's like about the same width as this one here. So what I want to do is I want to open up my book, and I want to see what is going to work best. Now my whole goal is not having to cut everything down accordingly. So I'm really hoping that I can find something that works out best without having to cut everything. But I still, like I said, I want those 3x4. So this was cut in half. And as you can see, like this actually fits really, really well if we cut down to 2 pockets and then fold it in half. Or even if we kept like all 4 little pieces, not 4, yeah, well, 6 pieces. So you have like 2 right here, and then as you flip some pages, then you have like 4 right here. So that's actually a really good idea. But again, I do not want to have to cut down the 3x4s because I do want to utilize those. So let's take a look at this one. So instead of having it going this way, because I know already that that is too tall, I'm going to have it go this way. And see, and that fits perfectly as well. So that is an idea. I do have to look at the cut aparts to see what may work out best, because of course some of them go vertically. I'm gonna see if there are any that go horizontally. And then we have our other one here, which was bigger than our 6x8. So obviously that's not going to work very well, especially in its current state. This one I would have to cut down. I ain't got time for that. I don't want to do that. So we are definitely going to use the Simple Stories pages here. So I'm going to use both of them. I'm going to use the 4x6 one that has on there, and then the full 3x4 pockets. And then I'm also going to use the 2.5 by 3.5 of the baseball trading cards, pocket letter, pocket cards, however you want to call it. You do you. I ain't mad. All right. So you're like, oh my God, what's all this crap on your desk? Yeah, I know. So with it, I had pulled out the collection and I was like, all right, what colors do we have going on? Ooh, I didn't even pay attention to black. I need to grab some black then. But I was just going through and checking, like, you know, comparing my colors, because of course not all yellows or oranges or pinks or anything like that match perfectly. They're not all the same. So I was going through and just kind of looking to see what colors I had that matched up fairly well and everything like that. So while we're at it, let's look at these cut apart. So it looks like they all, well, this one goes vertically. So they all go vertically, but you know, I can revamp it in some kind of way without having to completely cut it and stuff like that. So I do have all my fun stuff. So I have black, and I have these fun little ball-y thingies. I have my little gold foam balls. You see these at Dollar Tree or even at Hobby Lobby. They're a little bit bigger at Hobby Lobby. I like the tinier ones. So these ones came from the Dollar Tree. They come out during the holiday season, and I always stock up because I do use them for my sequin mixes. I have some hearts here. These ones I got from Happy Crafter. And then I have like green and orange. I have variations of yellow. I also have some yellow hearts. I have pink flowers, some fun different style orange ones. And then these boxes, these ones come in those ones that come from Harbor Freight, the containers. And what I do is I take the little containers out, and you know those washi tape drawers you get from Michael's. I think there's other places you get them, but we know more through Michael's. I put them all in there for my storage. And then of course I don't want to keep buying all those containers, so I bought these, which are just, they're shaped a little bit differently, maybe just a teeny bit bigger or smaller, or I don't know, but they fit perfectly front to back in the washi tape drawers. So I will have, if I remember, have a link for these down below, and I got them from Amazon. And then I also have some Heishi beads here and that I'm gonna throw in. So when I do sequin mixes, I like doing different variations. I don't like doing just sequins. I like different shapes. I like different textures, styles, and everything to go ahead and add and implement in my stuff. Now, the ways to seal these, If you have a fuse tool, this one happens to be a Project Life one. I know We Are Memory Keepers has one as well. This is a great way to seal your pockets. I, however, am going to be sewing mine. If you don't have a sewing machine and you don't have a fuse tool, another great way that you could go ahead and do it as well is by using red line tape. So before you do anything, you add your red line tape in between your openings, and then when you get it all filled up, remove your red line and then go ahead and seal it. And then for extra security, you can add like washi tape, fold washi tape over it to kind of help and make sure. That's what I used to do like way back in the very beginning of my crafty life, because I didn't have all the other fun tools yet. But I personally like sewing a lot better, especially seeing how I'm sewing my pages throughout my traveler's notebook. I want to add that same style to my pocket pages. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to put together this sequin mix, and we are going to go ahead and get started. Make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my future uploads and my additional parts to this series here. And don't forget to give this video a like. It does help your girl out quite a bit. I do appreciate you so much. So without further ado, let's cue the jams and get started. So now that we have everything all mixed together, I think this turned out absolutely phenomenal. So stinking pretty. And yeah, I think this turned out absolutely great. If you guys think it did, make sure you give me that thumbs up. Yeah. But yeah, so now I am going to start with this here. I'm going to take my trusty paper trimmer and I'm going to trim off the little binding piece. So now that I have my idea in which I want to do everything, I'm going to figure out what papers I want to put in there first, go ahead and get those papers put in, and then maybe what I'll do is, I don't know, I'm just going to play around with it and see what we come up with. So let's sit back, relax, and let's go to work. So I'm going to start with going over my paper selections and also cutting apart those cut aparts that are in the collection as well. And then I also saw this one where I thought it was really pretty, and comparing it to the pocket letter page, I am going to cut it up so then that way all the words would still be in place, like you know, I don't know what's the technical word, like a mosaic kind of thing. I don't know, I can't figure out what the technical word is, but still utilizing that full page on the pocket letter part and the 6 slots. my TN to be more fun and interactive, I'm going to add some fun little flip pages and then add like a cut apart as kind of a tab on there later on in the video. And this is just a fun way to be more interactive in your book and adding more fun elements. So when I slide this into that 4x6 pocket, I'll then have a cute little flip open portion where I can do some journaling or add photos, just all sorts of fun stuff. So you can go ahead and use your imagination and just do you. Like, if this is personally for you, you can make it how you feel. Now that I, at the moment, have all of my paper pieces done, I'm going to go ahead and add my sequin mix, and I'm going to add these little fun pieces of scraps onto the top of it just to give it a cute little look, and so I can kind of decorate it later on. And I am going to stitch some of these, and I realized that I am going to use my fuse tool for these other two pockets because it was not going to work the way I wanted to. Again, how I explained earlier, I didn't want to do that like weird breakdown of a stitch. And so one of my things that I like to do to make this more effective is putting a piece of chipboard underneath, and then I go ahead and run my fuse tool where I need it to, and then once I complete that, I flip it over and run it over again just to make sure that it is completely secured, because sometimes your thing may not be as hot or may not go as far through the pocket page or the whatever it's called as much as you thought it would. So doing this technique really helps out. And then that completes part 2 today. I do hope that this was very helpful in giving you ideas on how you can create your pocket pages and adding shaker mix to it as well. Again, the setup will not be exactly like this, not until I add more pages to it, but yeah, I do hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you give this video a like if you did, and always subscribe to your girl if you're not already, and I'll just see you in the next one. All right, until then, bye.